Good evening, everyone. This is James at Locking the Value, talking to you today about basic attention tokens. So yesterday, we posted a video about VeChain. Now, fundamentally, we as a company firmly believe that VeChain is an exceptional project that is doing great things. There is no value proposition for it at this point in our minds. We do believe the price will rise, but if we're talking investments, we believe, and it is our opinion, this is obviously not financial advice, but we do believe that there are far better projects out in the cryptocurrency space at this time. One of those that we're going to talk about is basic attention token. Now, if you're in the blockchain space and cryptocurrency space, you've no doubt have a decent understanding of basic attention token. If you're not, then we'll give you a brief rundown. Basic attention token was created by Brendan Eich. Now, I'm probably saying that wrong, but he's the creator of JavaScript as well as the co-founder of Mozilla. The purpose of basic attention token is to create a more even ecosystem in terms of digital advertising. If you look at the current situation with digital advertising, the publishers and the advertisers get a reasonable amount of money, certainly less for the publishers than the advertisers in terms of clicks. But the users, the people that have to suffer through the adverts, get nothing. Now, basic attention token, the purpose of it is to realign this ecosystem. So they want, and they are doing rather successfully so far, is they're making sure that advertisers pay publishers for the amount of time a user is engaged with the content. And a user that sits through an advert or reviews an advert or watches an advert is also paid. Obviously minimal amounts for that user, but they are still earning by having to sit through an advert that they may or may not want to see. And it's creating a more even ecosystem. Now, Brendan Eich at the moment, or previously, has said that if you are a user of basic attention token or Brave browser, and we'll get onto that in a second, you can earn up to $70 a year from just sitting through adverts, which is fairly exceptional given that we all sit through adverts every day, getting irritated and desperately using ad blockers. So, basic attention token created on the Ethereum blockchain, Brave browser. Brave browser is the very best in terms of an ad blocker. They have no bias about who they block. They'll block Amazon, they'll block Facebook, they'll block everything. And in a time where more and more people are using ad blockers, and if you look at the percentage rate, it is constantly increasing. The Brave browser is the best in terms of actually doing what you ask it to do and blocking ads. Brave browser, like every other website, will still track your data, or web browser, sorry. Like every other web browser will still track your data. It will, however, do it on a blockchain, which means your data is far more secure, far more tamper-proof, which is a big plus in a day and age where you have Facebook selling your data information, where you have governments reviewing your data information on a consistent basis. So Brave browser prevents this from happening by using the Ethereum blockchain in order to do this. Now, the question in terms of what BAT are doing is there value? Now, I don't see how there can't be. There has to be value in BAT. There simply has to be. Currently, 12 million people per month use Brave browser. That doesn't even feature in the top 10 web browsers worldwide. So right now, without being in the top 10, they've hit 12 million. At the end of the day, with a founder that created one of the most significant browsers in the top 10, as well as some of the coding that multiple websites and companies use today. We are in a very interesting situation where this cryptocurrency and this browser will move forward in a way where we will see mass implementation. If Brave Browser accurately and successfully advertises the browser as the secure network it is, where people can be rewarded for having to sit through adverts that they don't want to hear, and being rewarded on a daily basis, or on a monthly basis, or on an annual basis, where they earn $70, which Brendan Eich has said that he believes that would scale up to $225 the more people use the site. The value proposition of basic attention token is fairly high. At the moment, we're seeing it trading at 18 cents. By the way, basic attention token is obviously one of those currencies that if you're in the space, you know, Coinbase added basic attention token to the portfolios that through the currencies you can buy. That's a big statement. Regardless of your perspective on Coinbase, it's still a major figurehead in this environment. Now, basic attention token, its all-time high, I think, broke 90 cents, 95 cents off the top of my head. Give me a second, we'll have a look. All-time high, 98. My apologies, 98 cents per coin. Right, circulating supply is only 1.4. Well, the total supply is only going to be 1.5 billion. So, basic attention token breaking $1 seems inevitable. Once Brave Browser is more and more prevalent, and it will continue to be because they will advertise better. You got to bear in mind it was only at 5 million downloads about 7 months ago. It's up to 12 million. The moment that this browser breaks into that top 10, the value of basic attention token will skyrocket, and it will have to, because that's how the rewards and the ecosystem is set up to function. So in terms of a project that we are excited about, basic attention token is one of the top of our list at the moment. Now, it's had its problems with initial rollouts. The ICO was somewhat questionable, to say the least, with, I think, they raised $37 million in about 30 seconds. There were only about 130 people that purchased the token. That as a spread of the token is minimal, and it does raise the question of whether or not the game is rigged to some degree with regards to BAT. But beyond that, we've not seen flaws within the system. The browser's working as we all hoped it would. There's been a few glitches, and BAT have done a few updates on Brave Browser, and these sort of glitches are expected, but they are actually being dealt with fairly hastily. And honestly, my take particularly on this is that in a world where we feel like our privacy is being stripped constantly, this provides an opportunity for not only data security, but a supplementary income. Not a huge one, but a decent one. And by the way, if you are a publisher on Brave, you will earn more than if you are a publisher on YouTube. And that in context is fairly enormous. You can earn minimum. You have 120,000 subscribers on a channel through Brave. You are going to earn more through Brave than you will on YouTube. You'll earn more than minimum wage just on that. So I don't see how Brave doesn't break $1 within the next year. And I'm not saying by December of this year, I'm saying by May of 2021. If basic attention token hasn't broken $1, I'll be shocked. And if you are a content creator beginning to use Brave as your web browser, is going to make a big difference. It's worth considering. We will be publishing an article on this with far more detail in the upcoming day, but we wanted to provide our take on BAT. Hope you enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe, by the way, and we will see you all soon. Take care and stay safe.